What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Mathletes Corner. In this video, we're predicting AME cutoffs, starting with the AMC 10A. Problems 1 through 5, definitely more on the bashy side, especially problems like problem 4. Definitely a lot of work. Like, I feel like problems 1 through 5 should be like some 30-second problems, and these are not exactly what I would call 30-second problems. Now, moving on to problems 6 through 10. A couple people told me problem 6 was a little bit tricky, but it wasn't too bad. Problem 9, it is trivial that since there's all real coefficients, it's either 1 or 3 roots, but it may be tricky to decide which of those two answer choices it actually is, although it's safe to assume that it's 3 roots. Now problem 10, perfectly placed. Moving on to problems 11 through 15. Problem 12 was kind of an annoying combinatorics problem. Problems 13 and 14 were not too bad, just quick computations. Problem 15, the solution was somewhat bashy, but again, not too bad. Problems 16 through 19, I feel like they were super interesting problems to solve, and they were definitely well placed, if not a little bit easy for their placement. Now, for AME cutoffs, all that really matters is problems 1 through 19, but the last 5 problems I also think were super interesting, and I'll probably make some videos on these final 5 problems. So my AME cutoff prediction for the 2025 AMC 10A is 94.5. And then there's the 10B. Now, for the 10B, problems 1 through 5 were pretty straightforward, and these are really those 30-second questions that I'm looking for. Problem 2 may have been a bit much for its placement, finding the units digit of each of those squares and adding them up. Even if you get the cycle, it's still kind of bashy. But other than that, problems 1 through 5, not too many complaints. Now, problem 6 through 10 is what I like to call a potpourri of rage bait, because problem 6 is whatever. Problem 7, the configuration is kind of unconventional for a problem 7. The double Pythagorean theorem and having to solve that equation. It's just a little bit too bashy, and it's not straightforward for problem 7. Problem 8, I saw a lot of people on forums crashing out over Max, saying that was a good price because it kind of threw them off. They thought that that piece of information gives them something mathematical to do in the problem. But if you think about it, $18.21 is not too bad for a sweatshirt. Problem 9 is a system of inequalities. So again, you have to go through a couple cases, but what can we expect from a system of inequalities? And solving problem 10 always gives one of two issues. Either you find a value of n that makes the denominator 0, and you consider that as a solution and you get the wrong answer. Or you only get one solution for n and you keep second guessing yourself. Now moving on, I'd say problems 11 through 20, the whole chunk of problems here, was not too bad. Either perfectly placed for their question numbers or a little bit easier. And the final 5s, I would definitely say these are beautiful questions. I will definitely be making videos on these questions. So in my opinion, I'd say that the 10B was actually a little bit easier than the 10A, but from what I've been seeing on forums, that isn't exactly the general opinion. So my prediction for the AME cutoff for the 2025 AMC 10B is 93. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you next time here at Mathletes Corner.